Boom! Shama. Ladies and gentlemen, last night's UFC 300 press conference, everyone's being all negative about it and the questions and the this and that. I don't give a damn about any of that. Dana White and the UFC just changed everything when it comes to UFC 300. And if you don't know what I'm referring to, Dana has agreed that the bonuses for this event in particular are going to be $300,000 bonuses. 300K bonuses. And if you're not familiar with how much the bonuses normally are, it's 50K. And people have been kind of complaining for a number of years, like, come on, man. Like, Dana, you're a rich dude. The UFC's making a bunch of money. Let's pay the fighters, man. Let's give them some bonuses. Uncle Dana came through, ladies and gentlemen. And shout out to Mike Bond, man, asking the right questions, getting it done, man. Mark Coleman's now going to be coming in there and putting the BMF title on the winner. And then Mike Bond asked that question to get that done. Then he put this out there about the bonuses. And this, I find hard to believe, is something that Dana just kind of decided on the spot. It could have been. But I think throughout the week, right, Max Holloway and some other fighters had kind of hinted throughout their media obligations that there should be big bonuses for this. This is a crazy event, all those different things. But ladies and gentlemen, the point of this video, this absolutely changes everything. Like, if you were already excited about 300, it just goes to a different level at this point, man, because these fighters, like, think about what $300,000 means, man. Like, that's not just like, oh, it's 50K. Like, 50K seems, that's a nice chunk of change as a bonus. 300K? That is crazy. And so if you're a fighter that was coming into this like, man, it's 300. I just want to kind of coast to a victory. I want to take somebody down. I want to hold them. I kind of want to ground and, I want to be a little boring, but I want to do what it takes to win a fight. I want to put on a snooze fest. I believe that is no longer going to be in the game plan for anybody on this card, including Kayla Harrison. This is going to be a batshit crazy card, ladies and gentlemen. Dana White essentially just pulled a New Orleans Saints here and put a bounty gate on everybody's head. He said, go for the head, man, because if you come in and you ball out, you show out, you knock some people out, you put on some shows, you're going to have a shot at winning $300,000, ladies and gentlemen, on top of their fight purses, on top of everything else. Like, this is craziness. So if you're a fighter coming into this moment and your game plan, maybe like, I'm using Kayla Harrison as an example, maybe a Jim Miller who was looking to try to take the fight to the floor because they know that their opponent has maybe a little bit of a speed and striking advantage. Maybe you do that, but you're going to have to find a more exciting way, because if you're just taking people down, trying to stall out the fight, moving around on the outside, just throwing jabs and leg kicks, you're not in the running for the bonus. What a brilliant move by Dana and the UFC, because you already took a card that everyone was excited about, right? We were already, couldn't wait for UFC 300. The card is stacked from top to bottom. It's the biggest and best card on paper we have ever seen. And you basically put a bounty and an incentive on everybody's head by saying $300,000 bonuses. That just sent, first of all, I just want to mention the atmosphere of UFC 300 I'm expecting to be the greatest we have ever seen. Outside of a Conor McGregor fight, from the beginning of the fights to the end, the energy in that arena is going to be insane. Fighters already were going to be kind of at a different level, knowing the magnitude of the event and knowing that they're going to have to show out in order to get a bonus, because now that is in the running for everybody to win 300K, that is crazy. I think that we are going to see the best in everybody in this matchup. I think it's going to change some game plans per se, to where everyone is going to want to put on a show, man. And that's exactly what Dana and the UFC did, trying to put this thing together, trying to get everybody to bring the best out in everybody and give those exciting, entertaining, memorable fights that we're used to seeing. Now, I will go ahead and lay out who I think those candidates of winning the bonuses are, right? It would be hard to say that Justin Gaethje and Max Holloway are not going to be in the running for some sort of bonus, right? Justin Gaethje, every single fight that he's basically been in the UFC, a bonus has been involved. Max Holloway is another slugger, man, where every fight that he is in is entertaining and exciting. I would say that's pretty much a lock for a bonus. Another fight, Charles do Bronx Oliveira and Arman Tsarukyan, I believe is going to be a fast-starting matchup that is going to be violent from the very beginning. I think that these men are going to waste no time getting each other's faces and look to put a hurting on each other. I think that is, I wouldn't say maybe fight of the night, but there's going to be a violent finish on the end of somebody. I think that fight right there, from a stylistic matchup and an excitement standpoint, is definitely up there. Definitely up there on the card. I can see these guys, having a crazy a fight here to the point where they're both walking home with $300K in terms of a fight of the night type of performance. Now, that's not to say that if Alex Pineda or Jamal Hill go out there and don't starch one another, that they don't get a performance of the night bonus. That's how I could see that kind of playing out in that matchup. But in terms of fights of the night, I think we're looking at Charles Oliveira, Arman Tsarukyan, and then I think we're looking at Holloway versus Gaethje, which really comes of no surprise. But if we look at the prelims, I think there's a couple sleepers, man. I think Renato Moicano and Jalen Turner is going to be a dogfight. I think that's going to be a fun fight. And one thing we know about Renato Moicano, man, this is a guy that does have a grappling advantage over Jalen Turner. We have seen him have a lot of success when Jalen Turner gets taken down. We've seen him struggle, and we've seen Moicano have a lot of success when he's able to take people down. He has good submissions. He's not able to really finish people on the feet. So what kind of Moicano do we see? That's a prime example of this bonus coming into play, because a guy like Renato Moicano is like, show me the money. Moicano want money. Like, Moicano wants money, man, and he is going to do what it takes in order to win the money. And going in there, laying on top of Jalen Turner might get you a win. But this whole thing has changed the entire course of the event. Not only am I excited, but I am extra excited to what I already was, because there is, like I said, a bounty pretty much put on everybody's head to the point where we are going to see people chasing finishes and looking to be violent and get these things done. But I want to hear from you all down in the comments. Like this video, comment below if you think that the UFC doing the $300,000 bonuses was a great idea. Do you think that the fighters will kind of abandon their game plans considering they put $300K on the line? Subscribe to the channel if you have not already. I appreciate you all. See you next time.